all shapes and sizes.
All right, boys getting set to go next. In Class 4A, 3,200 meter run for 4A. I'll give you the names of the performers as they step the lines. We're about ready to get going here. Ethan Fox from Hugoton, Baldwin's Jacob Bailey, Winfield's Craig LeBrew, Josiah John of Ottawa, Wichita Collegiate's Lakeland Conrad, Matthew Mackay of Andover Central, Galena's Matthew Oglesby, Jarrett Feisenmeyer of Clay Center, Gerard's Cormac Lowe, Calvin Morgan of Tonganoxie, Hugoton's Abraham Garcia Aguirre, Bolton's Mason Strader, Aaron Madro of Chapman, Lewisburg's John Reese, Chanute's Reno Lemon, and Skylar Burke of Spring Hill. That's our field of 16. And here we go with the boys in Class 4A.
Well, you know, Mark, it looks like Cormac Logue from Girard has the best time coming into this. And I believe that is his sister, Kaylee Logue, who set the record last year in the 3,200 meters. So you talk about, you know, family rivalry there in the same event.
Chapman's Aaron Madro out to an early lead here as they try to complete the first lap here on the backside of it. Just 300 meters into the 3,200 meter run here. Maybe Chapman can double up and go boy and girl champion here in Class 4A. I certainly like the stride of Aaron Madro, but he's out really quick.
By the way, state record in 4A boys, Dylan Brenneman from Spring Hill. Got that 2 years ago, 2016, a time of 9:25.19.
And you talk about time.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I'll try to. The fact that he dipped below 9:30. That's a tremendous time.
All these state records in all classes are pretty impressive. I was looking at right now, and again, Logue from Girard, 10:04.06 coming into this. Lakeland Conrad from Wichita Collegiate had a 10:06 this year.
Let's head down the sideline. Chet Coupland's with our first winner of the day.
Well, I'm with the first state champion of the day, and how about this? She's a freshman. Her first race ever at state, and a state championship for Taylor Briggs of Chapman. Take us through that race.
The weather was very nice. It's cool out. It felt pretty good. I was really nervous like I always am before I run, but once I got out, I took out, and it felt okay. It felt like just another race.
Now, you've been racing at probably a lot of mid-sized, small high schools all year. What's it like in your first ever state meet at Cessna Stadium?
It was definitely a big change from the other high school meets. It's a lot bigger, but I think it's cool, and it's a good experience to be here.
Well, congrats on the state title.
Thank you, sir.
Back to you guys.
Chet, not many people call you sir, so we'll take that note. And the weather's terrific, she said. And hey, it's really impressive. And now when you win as a freshman, you know what's up. You think about winning 4 now.
Well,
can you do that?
You know, you never want to jump too far ahead, but she certainly looks like a great candidate to do that with such a dominating performance her freshman year. I like how she said she was a little nervous like every meet. But once the race started, she's just running.
Yeah, she seemed very, very comfortable out there. You're watching the Class 4A 3,200 meter run. This is on the boys' side. We've had 1 gold medal handed out. That went to the girls' 4A champion Taylor Briggs, and Chapman trying to double up here. This is Aaron Madro, and Aaron Madro, a bit of surprise only in the fact that if you look at the times, the best time was Galena's Matthew Oglesby. We may hear from him before it's over. And then Chapman's Aaron Madro was just about 10 seconds behind. So that pack right in the middle there between Lakeland Conrad, Wichita Collegiate ran a 10:06. I think there's still some noise to be made in this Class 4A event, but those top 6 to 8 are really tightly packed together. But just looking at the race here, you've got Madro and everybody else.
Man, he's taken off. Again, you talk about setting a pace, your own personal pace, and then maybe breaking away later, but he is really extending that lead early in this race. If this holds up,
I think he called 50 meters, if not more.
Man.
We'll check it every lap to see if he can maintain
and he
that
did
lead.
this really from the very first lap on.
And again, the point of strategy, some runners comfortable with letting someone else take the lead for a while and then making a move. In this case, in the Class 4A event, the Chapman runner, Aaron Madro, has led it from the outset. His time 10:11.70 in this 3,200 meter race. A number of league champions, including Oglesby of the CNC, North Central Kansas champ Aaron Madro. You're looking at the moment. The Great West AC, Hugoton's Abraham Garcia, the Big Sevens, Mason Strader from Holton, Southeast Kansas, Chanute's Reno Lemon, Caw Valley's Calvin Morgan is out of Tonganoxie. Winfield is in the Ark Valley Chisholm Trail League Division III. Its champion Craig LeBrew is in the field. Jack Adams from Iowa, the Pioneer champ. And then collegiates Grant Henry from Ark Valley Chisholm Trail League Division IV. So, boy, great look down the track at the home stretch.
Lakeland Conrad, they're in second place. Distant second place right now.
So we're halfway through. Got 4 laps to go here for that time. Well, he's running right at 10, well above it.
It's getting a little bit closer.
He's getting some company now. Getting a little challenge here as the field starts to sense the first 4 laps are over and it's time to make a move. The lead went from 60 meters to about 40, now closing to 30 pretty quickly.
And again, that's Lakeland Conrad in second, but that's quite a pack actually chasing Madro right now.
Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The top 5 behind Madro are taking a chase right now.
And it is really narrowing now.
Yep, getting down to 15 meters, now down to 10. In the middle of that pack. About to make a move, and we might have a lead change before lap 5 is done.
Nearly over halfway through. And again, Aaron Madro really jumped out to an early lead, took off, and I'm wondering now if that's starting to catch up to him.
We have now a comfort zone right on the right shoulder. Madro's got plenty of company. Now he's got 4 runners right beside him. Madro, who took an early lead, if this had been a 4-lap race, he would have won it going away, and we now have a new leader. A new leader in front in the Class 4A 3,200-meter run as Madro and company are shoulder to shoulder.
And Mark, I would assume this is a situation where you try to keep your pace. Don't try to race right now.
And 4th place going to 3rd. Top 4 runners right beside one another. As we've got, by my count, 3.5 laps to go. We'll see if it continues to be tight or the new leader takes the reins.
Well, those 4 have the distance on the rest of the field. It's not that far behind, so as Madro starts to fall back, though, even more into 4th place.
Top 3 now. 2nd and 3rd shoulder to shoulder. In fact, just from the vantage point, the way the runners are moving, I'd say this is going to be a 1 and 2 race. Not much longer. One, 2, 3, backstretch. Lap and a half to go. 2nd place becomes 3rd place. 3rd place is moving into 2nd. The early leader, Madro, has slipped back to 4th. Chet, what's going on with the weather down there?
Well, I just talked to some Acacia officials down here, and lightning has been spotted within 30 miles of here. And what that means, guys, is they have to delay this for 30 minutes of the last lightning strike. Now, they'll let these guys finish this race up, and maybe we'll get an interview with a state champion here. Maybe we won't. But it looks like from the last lightning strike, which probably about 5 minutes ago, I was talking to a Acacia official, and that's when it was, as we go through the bell lap here. So definitely going to be interesting as we open the state outdoor with our first lightning strike.
Yeah, well, that's not the news we want to hear, Chad. No, that's not the breaking news story of the day. I'll tell you that. I'd rather have that not happen. But there does look like there's some weather activity to the north and to the east of us. But thank you, Chet, for the update. 30-minute lightning delay coming up. And we're in BIP 3678 out of Wichita Collegiate.
Lakeland Conrad, and he has run a terrific race. Remember, he was pretty far behind the leader early, kept his pace, ran a disciplined race, and here he is, but he's going to be chased from behind coming down this final stretch.
120 meters to go. This could be a pretty good finish. Can Lakeland Conrad hold off the challenger? 100 meters to go and big kick.
Yeah, he turned it on right there at the turn.
Wichita Collegiates, Lakeland Conrad looks over his shoulder, and he's got it all the way to the finish line. The champion in Class 4A is
nice
a
run.
Spartan. Lakeland Conrad, who ran a 10:06 early on, wins the gold medal in Class 4A, the 3,200-meter run.
But he had a little left in the tank as well as he turned on that kick there at the final turn and stretched away for the victory to win the state title. That was a good run. Good race for him.
And he looks like he could run another one. There's a sign as the competitors make their way to the finish line. Good challenge on the outside there from that young man. He's catching his breath. He lined up in the 12th spot.
Again, Aaron Madreau jumped out to that early lead, young man from Chapman, and did not have enough in the tank, and as Conrad passed him just a little over halfway to go in this race, and then Lakeland Conrad ran a terrific race and wins the 3,200 meter in the Class 4A here at Cessna Stadium. As again, we got a threat of lightning in the area. Some ominous looking clouds to the northeast here in Wichita. And that could delay things here as this race finally comes to an end.
So now they're finished, the field of 16 in the 3,200-meter runs. Our competitors are catching their breath. Lakeland Conrad wins the second gold medal of the meet, the first on the boys' side in Class 4A, as he comes from behind, making his move on the 6th lap of 8 and captures the 3,200-meter run and the championship at the Track and Field Championships at Cessna Stadium, Wichita. What we're waiting for at the moment is an official word from the Kansas State High School Activities Association on hand in regard to the lightning strike. As Chet Copeland reported earlier, the lightning strike within 30 miles of the event requires a mandatory delay